welcome everybody. It's another exciting edition of Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Boy, as soon as I came in here, it was like a Mike Tyson uppercut. It was just a smell. Whether it's a smoked turkey wings, I don't know what it was. Athletic Director Roman Banks here on the program.
People already ordered that already.
Yeah.
The time they walked in, you got turkey wings, they own it already.
Yes,
Roman started it back to the back.
Oh, that was good. That's good eating there, yeah. Some good eating right here at Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard. Come on out and see us, and we'll talk Southern Jaguar Athletics, and we'll do this one, of course, and then we'll be back for basketball season too, huh?
Yeah, it's time to start getting that on now. You know, the team on the road, the ladies lead this weekend, and so we'll be getting ready in January to get, as they say, let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Obviously disappointed, heartbroken of the championship game in Lorman, Mississippi at Alcorn State. And Coach Dawson Odom said it. I said it on the radio, and then Dawson Odom comes and says it on our post-game show. You can't win with 6 turnovers in football. And if you do win, my goodness, that other team played that bad.
Yeah, and, we left out there, I think, disappointing loss.
Yeah.
And so we've been able to, Coach Odom and I have our meeting, but I feel encouraged about next season.
Oh, yeah.
And, we challenging ourselves to put ourselves in that situation again. And, one of the factors is always for us is that we play in the Bayou Classic. And so where teams have a couple of weeks to prepare, they are off for 2 weeks, we got to come right back out the Bayou Classic and play that next week in that championship game. And so, that's going to, I think that plays a key role in resting players and being ready. I'm not using that as an excuse. And so we got to attack it with a sense of urgency to be more ready if that situation occurred next year as well, because we always going to play in the Bayou Classic. We forfeited the right to play in at the playoff level for all level. And so we know that the Bayou Classic is a staple game for us. And so we have to have ourselves together where no one play on Thanksgiving weekend but us, and then the championship game is that very next weekend. They're not going to move the Celebration Bowl, so it is what it is, and we got to be ready to deal with it.
No question.
Our challenge is, for all fans, is to put ourselves back in this situation. And I think that our next step is to win the championship, the SWAC Conference Championship. Not outside, but win the championship.
Yep. And, and a lot of people want to talk about that. The first thing they want to say is, get rid of the coach. Some people say you think they're going to get rid of Coach Dawson. Let me tell you this. Go ask Jackson State how that is. Since Comanche and Jackson State played Southern University in 2013 for the championship, they've gone 23-42. And the only time they didn't have a losing record was when they went 5-5 last year.
Yeah, and that guy got them to the championship game just
several times. That's right.
And it's tough getting there.
Yeah.
And you realize that as a coach, you realize as an athletic director, you realize that as administration. That doesn't just happen.
Yeah.
Okay? But it is time for us to take it to another level.
Yeah.
And so I believe and I'm encouraged with what we have returning, what we have setting out, the class that we're going to bring in, that we'll put ourselves in this position again for our fans and for our student body and for all our supporters. And so I expect and our expectation to be right there in the mix again next season.
No doubt, no doubt. Basketball team, Coach Sean Woods and the crew are out on the road right now. They've got a game tomorrow night. But the game against Akron and the Zips, they were leading at halftime. This is still a young basketball team, and they're going to get it. Of course, they played Akron. They played another pretty good team tomorrow night in Wright State.
Wright State, yeah. We actually, when we went to the tournament, they say tournament last time I was coaching, it's in Dayton, the first 4.
Yeah. And
we practice in Wright State facilities. And so it's a very nice facilities, and I think that, I told Sean, well, you might need to want to practice in Dayton because that'll give you a head up, a leg up, and you make it back there, and we one of those having to play in the first 4. But no question about it is that it seemed like some point in the game we struggled to score, or we struggle that we're not stopping them and the other team going this 15-1 run or something, and kind of like Tulane game, and hold on to that lead.
Right.
And so I believe as this team is learning itself and as Coach Woods is learning this team, and some players, we need more people to step up to the plate. If we break those runs, I think that we'll be in a good shape, in which I think we'll be prepared for conference play.
No question. And this Saturday, I'd love to make the trip. I'm going to California for family next Tuesday, but I'd love to make that trip. Hinkle Fieldhouse, it's where Butler, the Bulldogs play. They made it to the Final Four and made it to the championship one year, but more importantly, that's where the movie Hoosiers was done. One of my all-time favorite movies with Gene Hackman as the coach. That movie was shot in that facility.
Yeah, no question about it. You know, Butler is a traditional basketball place. Actually playing pretty good basketball as well. And, you know, Coach Woods is from that area. You know, he grew up right around there as well. So it's going to be exciting for him to go home. I think that's going to be a great test for our team as well, to see where they are, where he can really evaluate his team against a team that's that's obviously going to be in the top 20. You know, when the season end up, they're going to be a ranked team, and so that'll let him get a good feel early on where his team, how they establish themselves going forward.
And before you know it, SWAC tournament or SWAC play will be here January 4th. They'll be in Texas at Texas Southern, and then
Texas two-step.
That's right. Then after that, Prairie View A&M, and then don't forget January the 11th. That is the Grambling State game over at, of course, FG Clark Activity Center, the SWAC opener at home. So it ought to be a lot of fun with that. And then the Jackson State game will be on that Monday the 13th.
You know, and I always said, you know, our basketball schedule is loaded right out the gates.
Yeah.
You possibly playing one of the top 4 teams.
Yeah.
You know, in the Texas teams and Grambling and Jackson State that Grambling is definitely our rival, but Jackson State is also our rival as well. And so, you know, we need to make sure that we pack the place for that weekend, especially for that Grambling game. That's alumni weekend, and I'm sure that our Taylor is going to come up and talk about that a little bit later on in the show.
No question about that. Then obviously the women, they're playing at Rutgers. That's always a great deal. They won the championship a couple of years ago, and that was just momentum what they did for that. It was great. They're going to play at Rutgers, and before you know it, same thing. They'll be at the Texas two-step, and then they'll be hosting Grambling State and the Lady Tigers on that January the 11th. Also volleyball. What an exciting year for volleyball this year. They had a great time over at Edabini, Mississippi for the SWAC championship tournament there.
Great run. Vanessa did a great job. Yeah. Great run.
Yeah, just very excited. If you've not been to a volleyball game, you've got to go see one over there at Southern University. It's a lot of fun.
Seymour Gym be rocking, huh?
Oh, my goodness.
Don't
loud.
Let the jukebox get in there, huh?
Oh, it's loud and just great and just fun atmosphere. It's just fun.
The student athletes from the other teams are in there. A lot of times, you know, the student body comes there. And the thing about Seymour Gym is sit closer to the campus, to the dormitories and to the dining halls. And a lot of the students come right on over. And so we've really been encouraged about our attendance for volleyball. Like I said, I think that's one of the fastest growing sports. And if we keep putting that product on the floor like this season, and that's our expectations, you know, I don't bag off from that.
Yeah.
And so I think, once again, we were right there in the hunt again.
No question about that. It was a lot of fun when I went, and I hope to definitely see more games next fall for sure. And it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of sports coming up, of course, for the spring. We'll be telling you about it as time goes on. No question about that. You can go to gojagsports.com for more information with that and a whole lot more. All right, when we come back, we're talking more right here as we continue with our Overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back with more here at Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard.
Come on now, get the bread pudding.
Cutting Sports TV.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try Ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton & Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton & Fruget today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University, together, a winning team.
Welcome back, everybody. Right here, it's Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and right here at Scoreboards Restaurant, we've got Miss Taylor Stewart on the show right now. As always, she is our TV personality. Whenever there's somebody to put on TV, she's the one to put on TV. She's always got a pretty smile. But if you don't get her prepared, meaning that if she just shows up in her sweats and you don't tell her that she's coming on the show,
I'm going to have on sweats. 110%. I'm going to have on sweats. So luckily, our great person at our SID office, Tiana, gave me the heads up.
She
so
gave you
you
the
got
heads
a
up.
turtleneck today.
And you got to talk with her agent and all that stuff
Right.
before she
You
comes
gotta clear
on, and
You got to
everything.
clear it. That's the
Well,
process.
I'd say you deserve an agent because you do an unbelievable job at Southern University, Assistant Director of Development, and you've done a super job with the Overtime Series parties, which they have been all over. Started in Shreveport, Louisiana. Seemed like yesterday, right?
Yeah, it seems like yesterday. And we've been to Shreveport, we've been in Dallas, we've been here in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and a little birdie told me that we're even going to Detroit in 2020.
Wow.
So I'm pretty sure that Detroit's going to be the one that you really want to be at because that's a new territory for us.
Right.
So we're going to get those Midwest alumni. We're going to get Coach Banks out there. We're going to get some head coaches out there. We're going to really get those people out there that the fans want to get that up and close personal
No doubt.
feel
And
with.
so even if you're coming to the game, you know, coming from Baton Rouge or anywhere else in the country, by the way, might be a good way to start the party going by going that. I'm assuming it's going to be that Friday before the game Saturday.
Yeah, we're probably going to do it that Friday. Just give the people a little party with the purpose before we go to the game, beat Tennessee State, and kind of start the season off with a big win to take us all the way through.
We got also a lot of things going on, including a toy drive, turkey toy drive. Is that right?
Yes, we have a turkey toy drive going on Tuesday next week. So just an opportunity for athletics to give back to the community.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know, we are very blessed, and we encourage our student athletes to continue to spread that blessing everywhere. So I believe there'll be some head coaches there. They're going to be, Coach Banks will be there. His senior staff will be there giving away bikes and toys and different things like that. So a great opportunity for us to give back to our community that supports us.
No
and
question.
charity starts at home.
And one of the I know was big sponsors was KVIC Collection.
KVIC Collections, and it's really awesome because she's actually a student at SUBR.
A freshman too,
A freshman.
and she's an entrepreneur already.
Yes, so it's awesome that we're able to partner with her and not only support her brand, but support Southern University Athletics and give back to the community in the holiday season.
No question, and I think that's absolutely great. There you see it right there, the KVIC Holiday Collection giveaway. Must register, and again, text KVIC, K-A-Y-V-I-C to 225-443-1234, and do that. And of course, we're giving away all those great, you know, to have a child that doesn't have a Christmas gift under that Christmas tree or what have you, that's heartbreaking just to think about that.
It is, and that's why we're doing this. That's why we want to make sure that all kids have a little smile under their Christmas tree, courtesy of Southern University and courtesy of athletics and KVIC Collections.
And you're also doing a lot of other things like Different Club Athletic provides, S Club, Jags Unlimited, Kids Club, Lacumba Kids Club.
Right. We actually have a lot of stuff planned for this basketball and even baseball season. We really want to make sure that during those seasons, those kids, those Southern University student athlete alumni, those donors are able to kind of get that up and close VIP experience. So that might be front row seats at a game, that might be special parties they get to attend, that might be behind the scenes look at, you know, what's going on at practice, and all of those are courtesy of just being a member of the S Club, the Jags Unlimited program, and or our Kids Club. I've even talked with our Kids Club coordinator, and she's doing a great job making sure that when your kids come to the game, they get to get a true experience when they're there. And of course, S Club is all about making sure that, you know, we are building student athletes on and off the field. In the classroom, we're making sure that they have that extra development so that when they graduate, not only do they want to give back monetarily, but they actually want to give back with job help, resume building. All of that is important when we're developing a holistic student athlete.
Question, am I too old to be in the Kids Club?
Yes.
Aww.
That is NCA's problem.
They get all the fun.
That's NCA's problem. But if you want a slice of pizza, I'm sure our Kids Club coordinator will make sure you get a piece.
Yes, indeed. Now, what other events we've got coming up right here as far as athletics and all that kind of good stuff going?
So we actually have Alumni Weekend. That is going to be January 11th, well, 10th and 11th. So we're going to have an alumni basketball game. So put your shorts on, get your shoes ready, tie them up really tight. We're going to have first aid because we know some people, you know, we're reaching that point. Come play. Men's and women's are going to have the opportunity. That link is going to be up in the next couple of days so that you're able to sign up. We also are opening up this alumni event, though, to other alumni, whether you are an athletic alumni or you're just a general alumni. Oh, cool. At the end of the day, your donation is going to help our student athletes to help them on and off the field, on and off the court, and in the classroom. Because at the end of the day, we're developing a holistic student athlete that graduates from here and goes on to bigger and better things. And
we've got all kind of other things going on. I want to put this graphic up because they're very important to Southern University athletics. The Jagathon, the Taste of Jag extravaganza, which I thought was great. The Taste of Jag was a lot of fun, and the extravaganza. But let's put it up right now. You see the flyer on this. 2020 event's going to be big. Jagathon on the 20th of April. Taste of Jag on May 21st, and the extravaganza on September the 11th. Talk about the Jagathon, first of all. We moved it up a little bit earlier this year than previous years. That'll be at the F.G. Clark, but that's an opportunity, along with Cumulus Broadcasting, to be able to give back to the athletic department money. Right.
It's actually an opportunity, too, for you to give back to your specific sports. It's on the 24th this year. We kind of wanted to move it along with the spring football season, baseball, kind of make sure that, you know, when you're on campus, we want to make sure we can get you there the entire weekend. Right. You know, it's an opportunity for baseball parents or cheer parents or football parents to say, hey, here's $50, here's $100, right. Here's $1,000. Yeah. It's one of those competitive events. I think this past year we had like 10 people going back and forth with $500. Wow. So if you give $500 and you get 10 more people to get $500, you help us increase our budget to make sure that your student athletes get more and more. And it's not just, you know, gifts or Under Armour. It's stuff that helps them be better athletes and helps us bring championships and the Champions Cup back to Southern University.
That is simple, little elastic band that they stretch with. I mean, just something very simple. Obviously, too, the Taste of Jag was a lot of fun. That happens in May over at the Bell. That was a lot of fun. I was a judge for the competition, and I thought that was a lot of fun.
It really is. I mean, I personally go to eat. But in my new role with social media, I get to eat and take a picture. So we're really looking for new people to come out. We want alums to come out. We want, if you've got a cupcake business, you've got a lamb chop business, bring your business. Miss Denise Rankins does a great job with our corporate sponsors to make sure that we are doing young, old, new, old. We want to make sure that we're being innovative when it comes to Taste of the Jag, because the more the merrier. And if we happen to use the entire Bell Baton Rouge, then we use the entire Bell.
That's exactly right. And then right after that, at the F.G. Clark Activity Center on September the 11th at the extravaganza, where all the fall sports get to come in. Human Jukebox there, the cheerleaders are there. That's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and this year with the extravaganza, it's the same weekend as FAMU. We have not hosted FAMU on campus in, what, 20 years?
Yeah.
So I can imagine that FAMU is going to be a sellout game. So that means you need to be with us from Friday night until we release you on Sunday.
That's right.
And we're going to really make sure that this extravaganza is hosted by some great people, and we have some great performances. I've been hearing some rumors about some bands and things that are in here, but I don't want to, you know, tell too many secrets. So maybe they'll have me back in a couple weeks and I'll be able to share who we have. But that's for me to know and you to find out.
It's
so
not
you have
the
to
Chris
get your
Powers band, I can tell you that. They won't hire me at all.
Yeah. But I've heard there's some good bands coming. There's a good singer maybe coming.
Cool.
So, you know, once that information is ready, we'll be sure to bring it back, of course, to Scoreboards, to our place, and share it with the public so that you guys can get your tickets early, because we want to encourage our fans to get early tickets. I heard there might be even some bundle package with
Wow.
tickets for the FAMU game.
Cool deal. Taylor Stewart, always a great job.
Always.
Great job, looking good as always. All right, we'll be back with Henry Baptiste and I. We'll talk about that SWAC championship game and look ahead for 2020. That's coming up right here next as we continue with the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here to Scoreboards Restaurant here on Coursey Boulevard. Of course, as we have the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Henry Baptiste is with us right here. Henry, you've been a part of Southern University as a student. You've been a broadcaster and been a supporter of Southern University for how many years now?
I don't want to tell that. All my life.
He's only 24.
Yeah, right.
Tough game to watch, the Alcorn State game. The first thing that we had when we had the post-game press conference with Coach Odoms on the field, he said, first thing he said, you can't win with 6 turnovers, and that's exactly what happened in the ball game. That was the difference. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I don't mean to get Alcorn State fans mad because I'm speaking the truth here. Alcorn is the third best team in this conference. I think Alabama A&M might be very close to them, even though they did lose a heartbreaker to Alcorn State this year. But I think it's between Grambling and Southern at the #1 spot. But it seems like just Southern, when they played Alcorn this year, they panicked in both ball games.
Well, last Saturday, 6 turnovers. You know what the great J.C. Police used to say, you turn it over 3 times, you lose a ball game.
Mm-hmm.
We turned it over 6 times. Then the next morning, I got to reading the paper and thinking back about the game. You know, we ended the game with 3 timeouts in our pocket.
Yeah.
What are we saving for next year?
I guess.
That doesn't make any sense. You know, 3 times in the second half, we could have challenged some of those calls. We did not.
Right.
We certainly could have challenged that touchdown.
That's right.
We could have challenged that run by Sims when we needed 2 yards. We got 2. The official gave him 1. Nothing was said. On a challenge, you only lose the timeout. That's all you lose when you have the challenge there. So I just don't know what happened.
And we froze the pictures. I froze the picture on my TV. He had 2 feet in for the touchdown. College football, you only have 1.
Yes.
He had 2, and that would have been a touchdown. Also, the one that went out of bounds, out of the end zone, that would have been a safety. Then it had to kick back off to us. We'd have had the ball game tied at that point in time. So he's absolutely right on that. Those things could be challenged. Now, some of the officials was confusing on the sideline. Some actually, Odom's asked right there, Perry was right in front of him, asked if, can I challenge that? And that official said no. No, you can challenge it. If it's a spot foul or wanting to know where the ball is, if it's a touchdown or not, you can challenge. I don't know what that referee was going. I guess maybe he was listening to another game or something, because you can challenge that.
First of all, I wouldn't ask an official on the side.
That's right.
I throw the flag, go to the head man and challenge it.
Right.
They'll make that decision. What do we have to lose?
That's right.
You're down and trying to fight for your dear life out there on the football field.
No question.
So it was some bad decisions were made Saturday night.
Yeah, no doubt.
We should have won the ball game.
And there's no question. I mean, we are a better team than Alcorn State. Not anything to take away from them. Hey, we're 1-10 against them in the last 11 ball games. That hurts. That hurts me as a broadcaster. I can only imagine what the players and the coaches have to think about that. But hey, it is. Alcorn moves on to take on North Carolina A&T in the Celebration Bowl. I think everybody was so disappointed after that ball game. We all wanted to go. Now we did win the West for the 2nd year in a row. That's a good thing. And now we've got still some good athletes coming back for next year. And Henry, when you look at the schedule for next year, it's a lot of fun. Begins in Detroit for the Detroit Classic against Tennessee State.
It's going to be a great season.
Yeah.
But we've got to start the year off, Chris Powers, with a competent quarterback.
Yeah.
Skelton is a good quarterback, but he just gives up in the second and third quarter when things are not going right. And I'm going to go back to the game last Saturday. Grambling and Alcorn, they kept him from running right.
Yeah.
They knew our strength was Skelton feet. So what they did, they put another linebacker at the line, kept Skelton, never made a run to the right. Everything he did was to the left.
That's right.
He couldn't throw, he couldn't run. So we got to make adjustments like that. And I guess we need to point the finger at some of those coaches.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
I think that bottom line is for Ladarius Skelton, nobody questions his athletic ability. There's no doubt about that.
He's the best athlete on the team.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to go maybe to a passing academy or something like that, become a very good passer. And if that happens, I think Southern will be a very good football team next year.
We all know the record Eric Randall left at Southern University.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine. I put him and Skeleton together last year when season was over. Skeleton was supposed to go with Eric on 2 camps this past year. I don't think he went to either one of them. Eric called me each week, where's Skelton? And you know how Eric Randall feels about Southern University.
Yeah.
And we talked all year long. He watched Skelton every week. And some of the same things that he was making mistakes doing, he came right back and did them this year.
Right.
So he's not getting the proper training.
Yeah.
He's a great athlete, could probably be one of the best quarterbacks come out of Southern. But hey, you need somebody to show you how to do it.
Yeah.
And we just wasn't doing it.
Yeah, because you can't play backyard football in a football game. You got to be able to throw it to a point. You got to also be your scramble drills got to be done too, which means that a wide receiver runs his route, and then if a wide receiver he runs his route and the ball's not to him, then you got to start moving away from the defender and try to get away so you can get the ball passed to you. Going again to the 2020 schedule, not only do we have to start with Detroit Classic against Tennessee State, but Coach, FAMU coming to Baton Rouge for the Pete Richardson Classic.
I talked to Coach Pete on the sidelines at the Bayou Classic, and man, he's excited about that game.
Yeah.
It's a year away, and he's talking about it
Are they going to
already.
exchange game film, you think?
Yeah, he's really looking forward to that Classic, and I think all the fans in Baton Rouge would appreciate a Florida A&M opening season game.
Right.
You got the marching 100 coming out of there.
That's right.
You know, and from what I'm told, Southern do have some 7 or 8 kids that set out this year, 4 or 5 junior college kids that's going to be on the squad next year.
Yeah.
So while we lose 12 or 14 starters, I think that they can fill in those gaps in the key positions.
Yeah. You know, sometimes the way that happens that way, sometimes teams that are good, they don't play a complete game. And you and I, New Orleans Saints, are doing that right now, actually.
No. Talk about
They can't put a defense, offense, and special teams to play good on one game, and that prevents them from winning championships. So going back to Southern's 2020 home schedule, FAMU, Alcorn State's coming to Baton Rouge.
Finally.
Jackson State's coming to Baton Rouge. Morehouse is coming to Baton Rouge, as well as UAPB coming to BatonRouge.
I think our athletic director must be commended because we are finally getting the type of games back at Mumford Stadium that we've been accustomed to. Last 3 or 4 years, we had a bunch of patches up there, and you know, we're too smart to keep spending our money to come and see opponents that just rent to wins. Chris, we want to play competent schools.
That's right.
And I do believe that next year's schedule shows that.
No question about that. Henry Baptiste, always great to see Henry Baptiste right here. Chicken Shack Chicken right there on Pawtucket, and also right by the university.
I just left that chicken to come out here.
And this guy's always busy doing something, I promise you that. Best knuckle-sucking chicken there is, all in the South, not just Baton Rouge, all in the South, I promise
And
you
just
that.
think, Chris, I also want to plug that Superdome because hopefully by next year's end, you know, we're going to have a completely refurbished Superdome. It's going to be beautiful. You know, you'll be able to sit on the 50-yard line and almost a laid-back plush seat. You'll be down on the field where the action is. They talk about the Superdome, Mercedes Superdome in Atlanta. Oh man, you watch when they,
can't wait.
You watch when they finish with that
can't wait.
Louisiana Superdome. $350 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't wait. All right, when we come back, we'll be talking about a very big, important thing here for South Louisiana. It's the relationship between Southern University and Our Lady of the Lake. We'll do that when we return right here. It's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. Smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
All right, welcome back, everybody. Back to the Big Show Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We were setting Miss Dina up with some Chicken Shack chicken.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think I might get a special delivery.
That's right.
Chicken Shack.
That's right. Dina Dent from Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center.
Yes,
how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
First, I got to talk about, I've seen the outside of that children's hospital. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I do want to stress this. The Children's Hospital here in Baton Rouge, Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center, Children's Hospital is not just for Baton Rouge. It's for the whole state of Louisiana.
It's for the state. 350,000 square feet of the innovative, spectacular, beautiful building.
Mm-hmm.
If you drive past it now, you see the lights. It's themed based on Christmas at this time. We have 100 beds, and we service all needs, every type of patient population in the pediatric environment.
And you know, there's one thing, what people ask me why I like Disney so much is because they super serve and they know how to do things.
Yeah.
I absolutely, and I've told you this on the air before, I absolutely loved the way y'all trained to get the patients from the Essen Lane Hospital to the new Children's Hospital. You worked on media people.
Absolutely.
You had people transporting media. You had other people. You were transporting them as patients to be able to practice for that perfect deal. Because let's face it, those little children are fragile already. My son was there when he was 1 year old for the he had a respiratory infection, and he was quarantined off in his room. He couldn't go anywhere else, and I know what kind of service we had from that time.
Yeah.
And I know it's even better than that now with the new facility.
Absolutely. We did 3 practice runs, full support with our Acadian ambulance service. Family members were involved. We have a patient family advisory council where previous patients and their families come and advise us on how we can improve and what we're doing well. So they were actively involved along with marketing, and we had a seamless transition across the street.
Wow.
Seamless.
That's what you call perfection.
Yeah.
That's what you call perfection right there. You can't get better than that. And speaking of better than that, one of the things that Southern University is known for is their nursing program.
Absolutely.
So how, I mean, we know that it's going to continue to go together, Southern University and the Our Lady of the Lake nursing program, and how is that continuing to go? We're getting good students from, and a nursing shortage again. I did not know that.
Yeah. It's not just a statewide, it's a national shortage. We have a national shortage of about 141,000 nurses we still need in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah, so Southern is a great support of Our Lady of the Lake Hospital. Right now, we currently have 356 nurses from Southern University actively working at our Baton Rouge campus. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And for those students out there watching this and you're wondering, contemplating on what to do, medical industry can never go out.
We need you.
Yeah, medical, because there is a worldwide shortage of surgeons.
Yes,
a national shortage
primary care.
Yeah, I mean, my sister-in-law in Tyler, Texas, they're looking all over for a cardiologist.
Yeah.
And I told her I played the operation game good. I never touched the sides. She won't hire me anyway. But, you know, so that's a great field to get into.
Yeah.
Go to Southern University, go to the nursing program, become a doctor, whatever you want to do. And that is perfect. Where at Our Lady of the Lake, like I said, it's just a huge hospital. But they take care of everything, from the cancer center, burns, everything.
Absolutely. Orthopedics, trauma, and I heard a lot of conversation before I came up about basketball and football. We are the #1 trauma organization in the state. We're a level 2 trauma, and if our players get hurt, which we absolutely hope they do not, but that's where they come. We have a #1 orthopedic program there, bariatric surgery, and now I don't know if you saw in the news today, we are opening a premier neuroscience program.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have about 2,000 strokes that happen that come into our organization a year. So we're going to have a seamless transition from the emergency department to our 9th floor. It's a collaboration with Neuromedical Center here, so it's going to be outstanding. And we're going to treat all kind of neurosurgery, neuroscience issues.
Yep. And when you said that about orthopedic, I thought about that. That's where I had my surgery at.
Really?
My knee surgery, ACL surgery I had there.
I see how well you work it. You're walking now.
And, you know, and the thing about it is, I'm shocked that I forgot, because I bet y'all didn't forget. No. I'm sure my name's somewhere like the worst patient in the world.
No. I hope you fit out your survey. Did you
I did. I did. I got an extra bread pudding that day, too.
Here we go.
It is a great facility. And not only that, but did you hear the response when you talked about the amount of nurses or people that are in the nursing school from Southern University going to OLOL? I know that you had to swell with pride on that.
Oh, absolutely. It's encouraging, and it means a lot. Right now, we actually have 78 nurse techs from Southern, and nurse techs, that's the step before you become a nurse. So our hope is to transition those nurse techs into full-fledged nurses soon.
Wow, I tell you. And so, how do people get involved with that? How do people know? Like, for instance, if I'm going to college, how can I get involved with Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center?
So we also have a volunteer program. We have a volunteer program for students, all students, not just nursing, for adults and also senior citizens. In the summertime, we start our college volunteer program, and that gets you acclimated with the hospital environment. You don't have to go decide right now that you want to be a nurse or a doctor or a physical therapist, but come and volunteer. Spend some time with our patients and see if that's something that you're interested in.
So what else is on the horizon from Our Lady of the Lake? I can't imagine. You guys got one of the best trauma centers, as we talked about, one of the best burn centers in the state. You also have, obviously, now with the Children's Hospital. So what else is there to do? And the cancer, that's big. So what else is OLOL going to grow?
Stay tuned.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait till I come back, and there will be something next. Yeah,
I'm going to say,
out.
Now, I would have sent a traffic ticket to you guys because of the fact when I was on Essen Lane, I was right there at Essen and Hennessy, and I was looking how big, because y'all closed that area off where people used to be able to drive right there in the center. That's closed off now. So I was looking to see how big the hospital was, and I ran that red light. And thank goodness it was a green light, because if it had been red, I'd have got, because there's a camera right there.
Yeah, there's a camera there.
And I would have been busted big time, because it was for y'all. I was looking at big, I'm like, look how big this hospital's getting.
And it's growing.
I mean, it's as big as the Superdome.
Growing. Yeah, and let's not forget our Fran U University. We do have a university also affiliated with Our Lady of the Lake that's across the street. So, yeah, we're a pretty big campus.
Yeah,
we're growing every day.
Big time, and it's absolutely unbelievable. And like I said, I promise I'm going to call you up one day and go look at that Children's Hospital.
Listen, I'm waiting for you. Looking forward to it.
So beautiful. We'll bring the chicken.
Bring the
chicken
shack.
Shack.
Bring the chicken shack. Yeah,
I'll do that. I'll make a special delivery for Henry. Henry and I'll go over there and we'll check out your facility. I think it's great. Miss Tina, thank you as always.
Thank you so much.
Not only being here, but also everything you do for Southern University.
Absolutely.
Get over Ms. Dina right here from Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center. It's absolutely unbelievable. When we come back, Roman Banks joins us back here on the set, and we'll ask the athletic director a question, and coming up our next 7 as well. That's right here. It's Overtime Series with athletic director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Need to
see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try Ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University. Together, a winning team.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And we got these lights are so bright. Coach was just telling me some of the people that are here. I can barely almost see them. Taylor's in the house. Of course, she was here on the program. Miss Rodney's in the house. I got Miss Sturgis in the house. Miss Coach Vanessa is in the house.
Yeah, we got everybody in the house tonight, huh?
Yep. And I've got, of course, Tiana is in the house.
Big Willie in the house.
Big Willie's in the house. Romy's in the house. Henry Baptiste is still here.
He's still in the house, hanging out, huh? That's what we do.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And, of course, the Dr. Travion Scott.
Travion Scott. The deputy athletic director.
He was a doctor, that top of the key three-point shot is what he was. All right, before we get into our next question, it's time to get into the next 7. What's happening at Southern University Athletics, and here we go. The Jaguar basketball team will head to Ohio to face Wright State Thursday, December 12th at WSU Nutter Center at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday, December 14th, they'll take on Butler at the Hinkle Fieldhouse at 12 noon. The women's basketball team will head to New Jersey to take on Rutgers on Thursday, December 12th at 7 p.m. Saturday, December the 14th, they'll face Fordham in New York at 2 p.m. On Tuesday, December 17th, they'll head to Oklahoma to take on Oklahoma State at 7 p.m. And that's your next 7 right here from Southern University. For more information, go to GoJagSports.com. That's GoJagSports.com. All right, so again, you can, thanks for that next 7, and again, GoJagSports.com. This is something I think is unbelievable. We're going to do this. Let's, right now, look at this beautiful bike right here, Marty, if we can. This bike right here is, we're giving this bike away, Southern University.
Yeah, so, you know, I just think that we need to go to another level, and so we're engaging in some community activity. Right. And that we'll be giving some bikes and stuff away.
All right, Tiana, you want to do that? I think that's the question. See, telepathically, I knew that's what you were going to ask. Together, I knew it.
Yes, we have Ms. Avis Cheney, and she would like to ask Coach Banks a question.
So during this holiday season, hello everyone, during this holiday season, tell me a little bit more about what you're going to do for our community as far as the holiday drive, the toy drive.
Yeah, so the toy drive is something that that we're going to start doing annually. We started when I came back as the basketball coach. We used to give bikes away at the basketball game. We always used to have a holiday game. Unfortunately, we haven't had one in a couple of years. And so we've been teamed up with K-Vic and New Decisions. Very young lady that's willing to give back to the neighborhood and give back to the community. And so that we had a conversation. And so with what we used to do now in the athletic department, I just think it's good for us to reach out to the community and help those that are in need. This is a season to be jolly, but to be jolly, you know, you need to help people. And so we have some families and people that we know that don't have the means. And so this young lady, K-Vic, along with her mom, want to be able to give back. And so we are partnered up. And so I think it's on the screen. You can go there, text K-Vic, and register for the event. And when you register for the event, you'll get all the information, because we don't want it overwhelming. A lot of people come up there and we don't have enough toys to supply. But everyone will get a toy. And then we've been fortunate enough that we're going to be able to raffle off bikes that day, and we're going to be able to help 2 or 3 families that have wrote letters to us and try to help them enjoy Christmas as well. And so our alumni group and our booster groups and individuals are donating bikes to the cause for me to help give back to the community, and we thank them very much. And so if anybody that want to donate, we're taking donations in the athletic department. You can call us at 225-771-3171. And make your pledge or your donation is $60 for a bike that we can give, but we were calling out the people's name that's giving money for the bikes. And so Jaguar Nation, I appreciate you very much. And K-Vic is doing an awesome job. She's a student, and she came up with this idea, and they came sit down in my office, and we matched this up. And so we're thankful for young people.
Yeah, a freshman at Southern University.
Yeah, and
that's incredible.
She have her own line, clothing line, jewelry line, or whatever. And so she's a inspiring young person, and so she's a corporate sponsor of Southern University Athletics, and so we're thankful for her as well.
No question about that. We just showed you that bike on the television just a moment ago. That is absolutely gorgeous, and some young kid's going to get that. I've done toy drives before, and you can see the expressions on the mother's face when you bring, you know, when that toy is delivered to them, because they didn't think that they were going to be able to give kids gifts for the holidays, and that's just, it's wow, it hits you hard.
Your heart goes out when you receive letters and families can't provide a gift, you know, for their kids, and there's a lot of reasons why, but it's exciting for us. Our athletic department, all our staff members and coaches are donating money, pledging to get these bikes. And so we, earlier today, we had over 100 people that have already registered.
Wow.
And so each child would get a gift.
Yep.
I mean, so we have, when you come and you get all the information, you're going to be able to get a gift. And as we're there giving out gifts, we're going to raffle off these 25 or 30 bicycles that we have. And then we're going to turn around and do something special for the 2 or 3 families that we think that we need to recognize and do something unique for them. We have some sponsors that want to give those families some things so they can enjoy Christmas, from not only a toy to food. They're in need of food as well. And so anybody that feel like they want to donate, feel free to reach out to us. And we want everybody that's donating to be a part of this event that's going to take place. So I just tell you when it's going to take place. It's going to take place on Tuesday, but you have to text to find out where to come to on campus.
That's right. It'll be December the 17th, so check that out. All right, check out the delicious food we've got. We've got turkey wings, smoked turkey wings, rice and gravy.
Pretty good call right here, huh?
Yes, pretty good call. And then, of course, look at that bread pudding. That thing is like
overtime. That's my recipe right there,
big time. And it's like a block now. Look how big portion size. That's Jurassic Park size.
So which one you want tonight?
It's salad. I'm going with the salad.
You're going back
I go back with the salad. Yeah, I got to go back to the salad.
Okay.
But I have the salad and the grilled chicken salad too. The blackened chicken salad is unbelievable. It's really good. They got so many things here that's really delicious.
You take that and I take everything on this side.
You cover the left side of the court. I got the right side of the court.
Let's do it. Sound like win. Right side, back side.
That's it. That's it. So lots of stuff going on. Of course, we just got finished with our fall sports. We've got spring sports coming up. And, of course, basketball is going to be big. Bowling will be back before you know it. Before you know it, you'll start hearing the dings of the baseball bats and the softball bats going on.
Yeah.
Lots of sports going on in the spring.
That's when it really heats up.
Yeah.
I mean, contrary to what people think, we really get busy in the springtime, and because we have a lot of things going on in the springtime, then football is right here. Yeah. So, I always tell executive staff, they're the heartbeat, so they never get a rest because it's continuous for us. But we enjoy what we do. We raise our hands, say we'll do this, and we want to do our best for Jaguar Nation, all our fans and supporters. And matter of fact, I want to give a shout out to Big Willie. He brought his bike here today, so he made his pledge, he made his donation, and he brought it here for me to have tonight. So he's got something to do, so he dropped it off here where we can show it on TV. And Big Willie, we appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you a lot. Yep. Thank you big time, brother. That's awesome. People like that really care about Southern University, no question about that. And then obviously
Dr. Scott is donating 4 bikes.
Come on. Travion Scott. He just thought he was getting it all himself, too. He didn't go keep those 4 bikes. His wife said no.
Well, he's a guy that loves Christmas, so he already donated toys and all this stuff going on. So he's giving quite a bit back to this drive, and we appreciate that.
No question about that.
You got your $50?
My $50?
Yeah.
You to donate a bike? I will do that. All right. I will do that. I will do that right here.
I'm taking all dollars right now. Who all got it? All got it. Going for a drive.
And also, congratulations to Southern University. The Human Jukebox will be in Los Angeles coming up, of course. The Lakers halftime show. How about big is that? And then, obviously, the Rose Bowl as well. Lots of things going on at Southern. You go to GoJagSports.com. Also, go to Southern's website. Get all the information. That'll do it for us right here. And for Scoreboards Restaurant, we'll be back again next year, 2020.
Cold Coca-Cola for everybody. Go Jags.